Welcome. In this video, the Career Center at the University of Minnesota Law School will share 5 tips for success for your job search in 2L or 3L year. If you're just starting your search or looking to jump back in after OCI, this is for you. By the end of this video, you will have 5 tips for planning and succeeding in your unique search. And remember, we strongly encourage you to connect with the Career Center and meet with your counselor for individualized assistance on your strategy, materials, finding contacts, preparing for interviews, and landing the job. Tip number 1, know your timelines. Whether you're a 2L looking for a summer job or a 3L looking for postgraduate employment, learning when different employers hire and how they hire is helpful in planning your search strategy. The larger the firm, government agency, or nonprofit, the more likely they are to post for positions and post early in 2L or 3L year. The smaller the firm, government agency, or nonprofit, the more you'll find 2L summer and postgraduate positions through referrals or direct reach-outs. While most large firm positions are filled through fall recruiting, large firms with unexpected needs will post through 2L and 3L year. Medium and small firms are more likely to hire as they have a need throughout the year and not necessarily just for summer or for post-graduation. Smaller firms are also more likely to hire law clerks, then look to fill associate positions after bar passage. Federal government agencies and state agencies in large cities will hire 2L summer and postgraduate positions throughout the year through the Government Honors Program, listed on your Simplicity homepage. Larger nonprofits will hire throughout the year, posting on PSJD, with many postgraduate opportunities filled through fellowships. When planning a summer job search, 2Ls should consider summer funding, school year to summer jobs, and direct reach-outs. Around 80% of 2L summer government and nonprofit work is unpaid. If you are exploring these employers, know that most funding opportunities have early spring deadlines in February or March, and it's helpful to have secured employment by then to apply for funding. 2, depending on your interest area, many 2L school year positions can turn into summer work, with employers really interested in keeping their experienced clerks. 3, direct reach-outs can often produce opportunities quickly, so some students focus on that strategy a little later in the spring. When planning a post-grad search, 3Ls should consider that many fellowship and government positions can have a lengthy hiring process, with several interviews scheduled throughout 3L year. 3Ls should also consider bar exam options, with some spring bar application deadlines coming before smaller firms or other employers hire. Partly due to bar exam considerations and hiring timing, many 3Ls explore clerkships as a transitional job, giving them time to pass the bar before a permanent search. Clerkships also maintain eligibility for graduates to apply for fellowships and government honors programs.
Step 2 is be strategic with the bar exam and its requirements. First, the MPRE. The MPRE is the Multi-State Professional Responsibility Exam, and a passing score is required to become licensed to practice law in most jurisdictions, including Minnesota. The MPRE exam is offered 3 times a year, March, August, and November. And while you can take it spring of your 3L year, it is helpful to get it out of the way beforehand. Mark your calendar now. Many bar prep companies offer free study materials, so be sure to take advantage of those resources as you prepare. The bar exam. Research state-specific requirements and deadlines. In Minnesota, the timely filing deadline is March 15th for the July bar exam. The final application deadline for Minnesota is May 1st. For the February exam, the deadlines are October 15th for timely filing and December 1st for late filing. Given those dates and the hiring timelines that we will discuss, The reality is that often students must decide which bar exam to take before having a job offer in hand. There are several considerations you should be aware of when you are strategizing. 1. The UBE, the Uniform Bar Exam, is offered in a majority of jurisdiction. It offers score portability, making it easier to become licensed in other UBE states should you get a job elsewhere. Pass rate. Some states have notoriously lower pass rates. If you are trying to decide between two states and absolutely cannot make a decision, the pass rate may be a consideration you have in mind. Timing of results. Some states take much longer to produce results. And given that many employers wait for bar passage results to come out before hiring, this can certainly impact one's job search. Have a sense of when the bar exam results will be released. In Minnesota, they are released in early October following the July bar exam. Character and fitness. Be aware of this component of the bar application in any jurisdiction in which you are interested in practicing. Research state-specific requirements. They are different in every state. In Minnesota, for example, applicants need 7 character references. Also, be sure to amend your law school application with any new character and fitness issues as soon as possible to prevent delays with your bar application processing. Prep courses. Many reputable bar companies have options to choose from. Do your research. Many of these companies offer early registration discounts around the fall of 3L year, so try and take advantage of those. Other considerations. Do you want to work while studying for the bar? Some grads do part-time legal work, clerk for judges, or do other non-legal work to help pay the bills. Also keep in mind that some prep courses are more flexible in format than others, allowing people to take on other jobs and work part-time while studying. Consider whether you want to study in person, online, or off location. Cost. Some companies charge more for different jurisdictions. Shop around and find the best option for you. Some bar prep companies also offer guarantees with full reimbursement and or course retake options for free if one does not pass. The bottom line is you absolutely want to take a prep course and engage. In addition to thinking ahead about the bar exam and licensure requirements, there are things you can do now to develop professionally and prepare for later opportunities. Step 3 is prepare now for later opportunities. Build relationships and network. In a few minutes, we'll discuss how to leverage the people in your network. But let's start with opportunities for internal networking at the law school. Faculty and professors. Faculty are often overlooked resources for information gathering, networking, and professional development. Reach out to faculty in areas of interest to you and engage with them. They want to help. Clinics. Consider taking a law clinic if you're not in one already. They can help you become more practice ready, and they're also an opportunity to demonstrate you're professionally ready when interacting with colleagues, other attorneys, and clients. Work hard to make a great impression and establish a professional reputation that you'll carry into your career. Student organizations. Many student organizations bring in outside speakers with whom you can connect. So pay attention to student group announcements, and better yet, get involved in organizations in leadership roles to develop your resume and take advantage of the opportunities to connect with members of the community who come right to our law school to engage with you. There are also numerous Career Center events such as our annual Meet the Bar and Meet the Market, hosted annually. For external opportunities, stay connected with previous and current employers. Don't assume that they know that you are interested in continuing to work there. Have the conversation, stay in touch, and send updates as relevant. As we noted, hiring timelines can differ based on employers, so know when your target employer will look to hire. Bar association events. Those are another great way to get out of the building and develop your network, especially in practice area and diversity sections of interest. Sign up for the relevant listservs on the MSBA website and attend things hosted off campus as real attorneys do. And conduct informational interviews. Request to meet practitioners at their office for a 20-minute informational interview to get a better sense of what they do in their practice. Set a goal for yourself and accomplish a number of informational interviews before you graduate from the law school. There are many resources on how to network and conduct informational interviews on the Career Center Google site, and you're always encouraged to reach out to your career counselor for specific advice on how to conduct your networking strategy. Develop your professional brand. Engage in opportunities such as the Career Center's Professional Essentials Milestone to help get you professionally ready for the practice of law. Think about other opportunities for self-assessment. Take a step back and try to re-identify and clarify your goals for going forward. Develop and update your elevator pitch and practice it at networking opportunities and with those you trust. Finally, it's also a good time to update your LinkedIn profile, create business cards if you haven't already, and have a professional email signature block and voicemail greeting at a minimum. And last, be ready. Practice and engage. Work with your career counselor to update your application materials so that they're ready to go when an opportunity arises. Meet with your career counselor to do a mock interview, discuss networking strategy, and of course, perfect your application materials.
Tip number 4, know how to search outside of Minnesota. For any 2L or 3L in a job search, simplicity should only be one tool in your toolbox. Resources for employer research, postings, alumni contacts, and other networking tools differ throughout the country and internationally, and your career counselors are skilled in these resources. For 2Ls and 3Ls, students can explore the BYU Job Bank and use NALP Reciprocity to gain access to postings at law schools across the country. For those interested in public service, PSJD posts government and nonprofit postings nationally, plus has great employer resources for exploring markets nationally and internationally. The law school has alumni contacts all over the country, and many major cities have alumni ambassador groups. Bar associations and LinkedIn are also really helpful tools for finding opportunities and contacts. The Career Center would love to work with you one-on-one here for resources on your individualized search. Tip number 5, know how to use your network. For 2Ls and 3Ls searching, knowing how to use your network is often more important than knowing how to build a network. Throughout your legal education and career, the people you work and connect with will be helpful to you for many purposes. When building and using your network, be clear on your purpose. When developing and using your network, consider these 4 types of networking uses. Mentors. These people advise, train, and support you in your legal career and your search. These people want you to succeed, and mentors will give you advice and support to make that happen. Informational interviews. These are people you reach out to provide insight into an employer or position. They're used as a resource or to develop your knowledge. Alumni and law students are great resources here. Recommenders you're using as a reference. These people provide recommendations on you and your work to potential employers. They might be professors, past employers, or with people with whom you've made a strong connection. They might write you letters of recommendation, call an employer on your behalf, or just speak well of you when asked. Sponsors. These people want you to succeed and are active in making it happen. Sponsors are generally people at your employer who advocate for your work, push for you to be involved with projects and move up, and partner with you to achieve your goals. Mentors will give you advice, while sponsors will give you work to do. Thank you for listening. We invite you to connect with us and explore our resources anytime.